Do you like to plan what you will do each day?
Yes, I like planning my day. If I don't, I end up wasting time and postponing things, and then everything feels rushed at the end. Having a simple plan makes me more productive and keeps my stress under control.
Please describe your typical daily routine.
On a normal day, I wake up around 6 in the morning, wash up, and go for a short walk, or stretch a little just to wake my body. After that, I help my family with small chores before starting my classes. In the afternoon, I usually study or work on assignments. Later in the evening, I might hang out with friends, take a break, or watch something relaxing. My family and I usually have dinner together around 8, and then I wind down by reading or scrolling on my phone before going to bed at around 10.
What's your favorite time of the day? Why? What do you do at that time?
My favorite time of the day is the evening. Everyone in my family is home, so we eat together and talk about what happened during the day. Sometimes we take a short walk after dinner or just relax in the living room. It feels peaceful and comforting. It's the time when I slow down and recharge.
Do you usually do the same things at the same time each day?
Not always. Some parts of my routine, like dinner time, are quite fixed. But other things depend on my workload. If I have a deadline or a test, I might sleep later or skip hanging out with friends.
How do you plan your study time?
I try to organize my study schedule carefully. On school days, I study for about 2 to 3 hours, usually in the evening. On weekends, I spend more time, around 5 or 6 hours, especially if I have upcoming exams or projects.
Do you often change these plans?
Yes, sometimes I have to. If guests visit or if something unexpected comes up at home, my study schedule gets interrupted. But I usually adjust things the next day so I don't fall behind.
When was the last time you did something in a hurry?
The last time I rushed was about 2 months ago. I had an early morning exam, but I stayed up too late revising, so I completely slept through my alarm. I jumped out of bed, got ready in record time, and ran out of the house, only to realize later that I had forgotten my wallet. It was a mess, but luckily the exam went fine.
Do you like to finish things quickly?
It depends. If the task is boring or something I don't enjoy, I prefer to finish it as fast as possible. But if it's something interesting or creative, I actually like taking my time. I enjoy the process when I'm not rushed.
What kind of things would you never do in a hurry?
I'd never drive in a hurry or try to cross the road without paying attention. I also avoid making important decisions quickly. I prefer thinking things through rather than rushing and regretting them later.
Why do people make mistakes more easily when they are in a hurry?
When people rush, their mind is half-focused. They're thinking about the clock instead of the task, so they skip details or overlook simple steps. That's why the saying, haste makes waste, actually makes a lot of sense. Rushing usually leads to doing the same thing twice.
Do you wear a watch?
Yes, I usually wear a watch. It helps me keep track of time without constantly checking my phone. But I think the real point isn't the watch. It's the habit of being aware of time. Some people rely on their phones, and that's fine, as long as they're punctual.
In your country, is it important to be on time?
Yes, being punctual is considered important. Whether it's classes, work, or meetings, people generally appreciate it when someone arrives on time. Time is treated as something valuable, because once it passes, we can't get it back.
Do you like to be on time? Is being on time important to you?
Absolutely. I try my best to never be late because I feel uncomfortable making others wait. For me, being punctual shows respect, both for my own time and for other people's schedules.
Do you get annoyed when others are late?
If someone is late once in a while, I don't mind. Things happen. But if a person is always late, it starts to bother me. It feels like they don't value the effort I put into being on time.
How do you remind yourself to be on time?
I normally remember my schedule, but for important events, I set phone reminders. Sometimes even 2 or 3 alarms if it's something really important, like an exam or an appointment.
Why are some people always late?
I think it comes down to poor planning and time management. Some people underestimate how long things take, or they get distracted easily. Others simply don't see punctuality as a priority.
Do you think it's important to be punctual?
Yes, it's very important. It keeps things running smoothly and prevents unnecessary stress. Being punctual also builds trust because people know they can rely on you.
What will you do if you are waiting for someone?
If I'm waiting, I usually check my phone, read the news, or answer messages. Sometimes I play a quick game to pass the time. I don't mind waiting as long as the person tells me they'll be late.
Do you think people today are as punctual as in the past?
I think people still try to be punctual, but modern life can make it harder, especially because of heavy traffic or unexpected delays. So even if they want to be on time, the situation doesn't always allow it.